back, my regular viewers, listeners, and watchers. And of course, if you happen to be here for the very first time, welcome. Before I go any further, my name is Rahul George, India's premier eye hypnosis life healer coach and your personal guide. So today's pod is a very, very special pod. This is, you could call it a commemoration and a celebration of a very important milestone in our journey this year. What began, literally 26 batches ago, close to about 4 months ago, when I had the idea that it was time to create a shorter program for people in our community to experience the power of our own unconscious mind, the power of words, and also the power of practice. This was what inspired me to create a 3 day process, a 3 day program, and that very, very quickly grew into a recurring program. And today, of course, we have wrapped up batch number 26, and it's been really fascinating to notice, to watch how people have changed over the course of these last 4 months. Whether it is in their perception of themselves, uh, their own mindsets, the way they view their own identities, and of course, habits that they've been now building, and also letting go of a lot of toxic habits, and also their relationship and the breakthroughs that they've had when it comes to money. So this was something that was an idea. It was more of a whisper way back in Jan or Feb of this year, and little by little, the idea started to grow. And before long, a program emerged. I um, made the offer to our community, and immediately people jumped in. And from there on out, there's been no looking back. And it's really amazing to notice how much of change can happen in such a small unit of time. And so, as I said, today was just a moment for me to spend this time with the community, and of course, in our regular daily or nightly pod, just to kind of reflect back on the shifts that have been happening. And, it's not just in them, but it's also in myself. I remember at the beginning of this program, one of the things that I had set out for myself was to make health a priority. And pretty much from the beginning of our program, I decided that I was going to, make exercise and movement a priority on a daily basis. And that's something that I have maintained. And today, in fact, was my 126th run. And so, literally, like doing it every single day. So, interestingly, the number count of the runs is also kind of reflective of the processes that have been happening in our community. And of course, this foundation program, now officially version 1.0, has been retired. And very, very soon, we will be rolling out 2.0, the foundation program 2.0. So, as I was reflecting on it, one thing that came to mind was that when we talk about, so many different topics, what's most important is, that when we are able to step into that state of flow, and we're able to be in that state of flow, there's a lot of miracles that one gets to witness. I know I myself have witnessed that, not just in my own life, but listening to the stories, listening to the breakthroughs that my clients have had, my students have had over the last 4 months. And what's interesting is that these are students who are at different stages of their journey. Some of them have just about decided to focus more on their own healing. Some of them have decided to focus on building a coaching business, a healing business. And, I know that this is just the beginning for them, and that in the coming days, they will see some really massive shifts. So, as always, these pods have always been made in service of you, just to remind you that one, you're not alone. And two is that, as someone once said, when you run, if you want to run fast, you run alone. And if you want to run the furthest, you run with your tribe or with your community. Of course, I'm reinterpreting that expression, I think it's an old African proverb, but my point remains, which is, a lot of these shifts have been able to happen because people chose to do this together, chose to do this as a community. And this is, of course, now we are standing on the doorstep of the next version of the program, and there are a lot of us who will be continuing on into a 6-month program. People wanting to go deeper, so there will be a group that will do that, and of course, we are opening the doorways for new people to come in and join and to experience Foundation as a 2.0 version, and be interesting to see uh, how that flows over the next several months. So, like I said, the intention was there to be able to create a program, to be able to help people on their journey, especially healers and coaches, and of course, people on their journey of healing and self growth. And over these last so many months, I've seen so many different kinds of people, and I'm amazed that how sometimes with just a word, a sentence, or just silence, there's a lot of unlocking that happens. And for me, this was again, of course, a validation of something that I've known all along, but to see it in real time, literally week on week, has been nothing short of pure joy or pure bliss for me. So, as I said, these pods are constantly created, keeping you in mind so that you're not alone on this journey. And so, what I can say, of course, is that, if you, especially as a healer or if you're a coach and you've just begun the journey and maybe you've done some of the work, maybe you attended and you've been part of several communities. And if you're at that point where you feel something's missing, I know in my own journey, I've had that experience. So, none of us are um, chained to just one community. We're meant to keep growing. And so, if you feel you're at that point where you're ready to go deeper and you're ready to experience this through the process of the group, I know that there's something truly magical about our group and their ability to hold space, their ability to be there for one another. So treat this as an invitation to come and experience what happens in our community. Of course, we meet every Monday and Friday between 6 p.m. and 7 p.m. Indian Standard Time. This is a way for you to experience what happens in the community and also a way for you to connect with members of our community because we meet live, and there are, of course, breakout rooms. So you get to meet more people and see for yourself, is this community aligned to you and are you aligned to this community? And if you feel that there's definitely a lot of connection and an alignment, then there are several programs that are on call and available to you. We do, of course, have recorded programs. And as I mentioned earlier, we will be rolling out version 2.0 of the foundation program. This is a paid program, and as someone very rightly said, that those who pay attention. So this paid program is a 3-day process. It happens in the week. I will be sharing more details of when this happens, but this will be happening every single week. I do know that Friday, Saturday, Sunday, at the time of this recording, between 7 p.m. and 9 p.m., there will be an opening for you. So you're welcome to come and experience this and see for yourself. Is this a program that is aligned to you and is able to help you really go deeper into your own journey, especially if you're looking to create that alignment, that balance, and be in that state of flow. And if you enjoy the process and if you have benefited from this program, there is, of course, a advanced program. This is a 3-month process. So apart from obviously, the first time when you attend on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday between 7 p.m. and 9 p.m., you can go deeper. And this happens, as I said, over a 3-month period. This is a renewable membership. So once you've started to go deeper and you feel you want to, also learn the skills that I'm teaching you and, the skills that I use to be able to teach you, you can learn this in our mastery program. This is a 90-day process. It's a way for you to, connect and not only learn the skills but apply it in all areas of your own journey, whether it's for yourself, whether it's with your clients, and of course in your relationships that are most important to you, be it with family or with your friends. And lastly, if you're looking to be mentored by me, there are a couple of slots that open up in our personal coaching program. So do reach out and ask for more details. As always, like I said, it's really beautiful to see how people can shift when they have decided and they're willing to do whatever it takes. So, as always, remember to live your purpose. God bless. And of course, I'll